Welcome to Victini News. This is your host, Cuman. I hope you enjoyed last week's premiere, and if there's anything you think I could change, let me know. Feedback is always welcome. And with that, we finally started our first week of Season 8. And wow, I don't think I can complain about anything. There was drama, predictions, and intense fighting. But I do want to take a moment to remember all the fallen Pokemons. With our main culprits, Pandemonium's Titan and Green Purple Boys, a Caledon, who both got 5 kills, rampaging their way to victory. How the others went? Well, let's check it out. Well, as we can see, not a single 5-0 or 6-0, and only 2 matches ending with a 4-0, with one of them being the match of the week between the Tennessee Titans and the legendary Landorus. 4-0 might sound like a solid win, but rumors has it that Jemama's Tennessee Titans were too focused on the performance of the other Titan down at Scarlet Knights versus Lively Town Licky Licky, as they missed 2 of their moves and got crit once. And this and the combined power of Grandmaster Cake's defensive core of Pecherant, Rotom-Mow, and Zygarde left Jomama trailing back and ending the debut match of Cake in a 4-0 victory for the legendary Landorus. I don't know what they did in Shaman, but all 3 newcomers managed to win their debut match. Besides Cake, we also have Admiral with the Nap Squad taking a 2-0 victory over Ethan Master and his Dunsparce United. And of course, Viking with the Oslo Okidogis winning 4-0, second 4-0 of the week against Red Sox Alex's Fighting Lando T's. Additionally, we have our 2 Season 7 Victini matches. We have Alicos with the Boomburst Beckham and taking a 1-0 victory against Lack of Interest Ottawa Ordinaries. And Dracion's Carolina Incineroars taking a 3-0 victory against Supreme Omega's New York Hydreigons. So everyone can see the results in the doc itself. So let's check out something new. Match of the week. As you might have realized, I didn't talk about one specific match, which was CB Fries against Arson. In my opinion, it was match of the week, because this match showed the true importance of priority moves in draft and in Pokemon itself. I myself really like using Pokemons who have at least a decent priority move, and if they have it, I'll probably have it in my moveset. So Mew players, you don't listen to this, ignore what I just said. And going to the match, very early in the fight, CB Fries brought out Mega Alakazam and Urshifu. And thanks to these priority moves on Conkeldurr and on Napoleon, they managed to defeat both of these monster Pokemons, bringing Arson into a very good lead. But, interesting enough, the guy who has 2 priority moves brought out Tapu Lele, and CB Fries brought out Gyarados. 2 Dragon Dances, and this thing looked unstoppable, kill after kill. But Arson had a plan. He had to wait out his own terrain, sacrificing monsters to Gyarados to bring out Empoleon for the Emperor to kill the rampaging Terra Ice Gyarados with a Vacuum Wave, taking back the priority and winning the match. That was an amazing match to watch. I was on my toes, and that was a very, very amusing match. As you can already see, Pick'ems are back for this season. And Cake, or Grandmaster Cake, has not only the eye for winning his own matches and figuring out a way to win, he also has the eye in looking at matchups, because he is currently first with Supreme Omega, both having 6 points. Afterwards, it's a bunch of people on with 4 points, and Tina, Ford, and Play for Days, our last year's winner, with 3 points. I teased it last week, but here it is. Nickname of the week. A short heads up. I don't want to give Nickname of the Week award to mod related nicknames, because it would just be cheating, because everyone would just say Cuban's the best mod as nickname for their Pokemons every week, and that would just win. So as long as it's not really funny in our eyes, it's probably not going to win anything. But looking at nickname of the week for this week, for week 1, is Joe Mama's Kofagrigas with the nickname Poncho's Musespot. Well, for us mods, we were like, it could be this, it could be this. But this is funny, because during the application period and sorting of the applications, Poncho was supposed to go to Mew. But there were some issues, let me say that. And in the end, Poncho decided, especially since he's gonna be gone for a few weeks in the middle of the season, that he's going to give up his spot and give it to Tube. And, well, I don't know how Jomama saw this coming, but he just hit gold with this nickname, because all of us enjoyed it and thought, well, that's a good nickname. And it died in the match. So that's just perfect. And additionally, favorite set of the week. Ify masters Diancie with the moveset Skill Swap. Every time I see Regenerator mons, I hate them. I hate Regenerators. They just switch out, switch back in, and they're healthier than before. And Ify Master brought such an amazing set that I don't even know what to say about it. It's just genius. Diancie takes the Regenerator for herself, denying the healing and getting healing herself. It's just speechless. That is such an amazing thing, and nothing else beats this. So that, just want to say, Ify Master, absolutely amazing. Next up, a week 2 schedule. Honestly, after last week, any of these games can be bangers, but in the mod team we believe that Vikings, Oslo Okidogis, and Grandmaster Cake's Legendary Landerers will be the match of the week. Both of them won 4-0, and our new scheduling system actually had a small error, which made them fight in week 2 and in week 3. So, the system wanted to see them fight twice in a row, so that just means that this must be match of the week. But we have also other matches that can't be ignored either. Will Green Purple Boys Acaladon give us another encore of week 1, or Supreme prepared for the monster of a bridge? Last not least, our match of the week. It's between Vikings, Oslo Okodogis, and Grandmaster Cake's Legendary Landerers. Both teams going into the season with a strong 4 victory. So strong that our scheduling system wanted to see them fight again in week 3. Of course, We don't want that. So we had to change that, but seeing how the system wants to see them fight twice in a row, it was an easy choice to give them Match of the Week. Who will continue their momentum coming from Shaman, and who will take their first loss in Victini? We'll see this week. And the last news for week 1, well, technically week 2, is that we had our first transactions. The Carolina Incineroars are grabbing Corviknight, and the Dunsparce United picked up Cryogonal for Lilligant and Mega Upsell. We'll see how much they do. Corviknight is an amazing Pokemon. I hate it. It's incredibly bulky, and I can't wait to see how Drakeon abuses this mon, because it's incredibly good. Though he did drop some firepower with a very fast and very strong Mega. I think Absol, with the amount of points it is, it could be a worth pickup for a different team. Dunsparce United, well, Master realized he doesn't want Lilligant. He doesn't want grass. He wants ice and a spinner. And Cryogonal oftentimes is a Pokemon that is getting drafted because it's a spinner, and it has good special defense. And as we all know in the VDL here, it is the best answer to Iron Bundle. And if you don't think so, ask Vortex. So, with the news of the week, of last week and this week, we come to our final segment. This question of the week. Last week we had the mods answer it, and this week it's time to, for the coaches to answer the question. What Pokemon that you drafted are you most excited to use? Alicalcos gave us Volcanion. And I can tell you guys, he really, really wanted Volcanion. During the draft phase, when he gave me picks and we talked about it a bit, he prioritized it over a lot of ones that I thought would go earlier. And in hindsight, Volcanion Terra Captain does sound like a very good choice. So I'm really excited to see how he does it. Similar to him, Alex also just said Terra Slitherwing. Well, Slitherwing from itself is already a very threatening Pokemon. Those first impressions already hurt. But add Terra back to it, and that, I don't think there's a lot of switch into that. You'll have to run specific sets just for the Slitherwing. And that might just give Alex an advantage in the long run. Other than this, well, Mega Pinsir. I'm not gonna say or like try to hide it, but Pinsir and Heracross are probably top 5 of my favorite Pokemons. I like their design and how they play, and I'm really interested to see what FE Master does, seeing how he wants to do cool stuff with the ability before it megas. Speaking of ability though, Goldengo, everyone in the mod chat and in the group of friends I play Pokemon with always mention Goldengo as the GOAT of blocking defogs and blocking rapid spin. Well, basically the GOAT of hazard removal blocking in net decks. We'll see how it does it. I think this is a very good Pokemon. I don't personally like it because when I used it I had no idea what to do with it. But I believe that Supreme can do something with it. Or maybe he will have the same lesson I had. Other than this, I think most people, me included, really just like to use mons that we have never used before. Viking with Zeraora, Jomama with Arcanine Hisui, Grandmaster Cake with Iron Valiant. All of these coaches trying out new Pokemons that either because of the order of what they were in draft, or because, well, this is Nat deck, so a lot of these mons aren't usually in Paldea. Just never get a chance to play them, so it's always nice to try out new Pokemons and see how good you mesh with them. And maybe you get to find out new Pokemons that you really like. While everyone wants new things, new Pokemons, Admiral just was one of the OGs, Arcanine. An amazing Pokemon, Intimidate, such a good ability, and a very solid pick. Last week I asked you what you were excited to use. This week I'm gonna ask you guys, out of the 10 Pokemons you have drafted, which one of these Pokemons would you like as a companion or a pet, and why? Answering this question for myself, I think I would probably choose Iron Valiant, because Valiant is probably the easiest one as it's a robot to deal with. It can help me with a lot of stuff. But as a funny answer, I would say Skeletorch. My house would burn down after a week, but I would have a fire crocodile. I love crocodiles. Enough about me. I want to see your answer to this question. So, as always, either leave them in Victini General, or in a comment below the video. And with that, thank you all for watching. I hope you have a great rest of the week. Good luck in your matches, and see you all next week. Goodbye.